and watching my mom, as I said, every single day work very, very hard. I'm sorry, we're supposed to liven it up, not make it somber. And the emotion is, my mom passed last year, and around 55, she just disconnected from reality. And I was old enough to understand that the human brain is not meant for that type of trauma. And this is not just her generation of trauma. It's many generations of trauma. And I'm being real with all of you. I'm not an angry black woman. I'm not someone that, will really rip your jugular out.
I'm gonna be honest, it'll be okay if you work.
I said, what's wrong with our humanity? I said, why in a land that I put my hand over my chest and say liberty and justice for all, that wasn't the reality. And it has fueled a rage inside of me. And it's a rage that I use design to channel. It's the only way I know how. I mean, Justin has been on the other end of my calls, like, so Justin, I want your insight, because I feel that when we talk about community design based on this history of racial justice and things like equity, that there isn't this sense of urgency. That someone will say, I'll help you with the rendering, and 2 months later you're like, hey, what happened to that rendering? And I got so frustrated that I said, you know what, Justin? I want to enroll in architecture school, because I don't want to keep asking people to feel what I'm feeling and seeing as we travel across this country. And I applied to one school only, and largely because the Max Bond Center was there. And I applied to the Spitzer School of Architecture, which I will be commencing my master's in architect this fall. Thanks. Because as long as there's breath inside my lungs, and I have 5 children, I want to leave something different for them. And if I can be in spaces and disrupt those spaces, to have those hard conversations, to use skill sets, so that when there's another April coming up, the millennial April, I can say, I'm here, I'm present, and I actually have the skill sets so you don't have to go and beg people. Because we all want equity, but we don't understand what it takes to create that equity. We all want racial justice, but when we say, hey, fund a stipend for students over the summer, you hear crickets. The hard work every single day to have a place in a space that you're not even looked as a human being yet is very, very difficult. And people like my mom and the countless other people like my mom, I'm going to amplify their voices and experiences, as I said, until my last breath.